say I hate you first. You're the first line. I hate all white people. White people are rotten, and black people are just like them. Because you've made them just exactly like you. They walk like you, they talk like you, everything they do is like you. They want to be you so much. They love your woman more than you do. They know your mind better than you. They wear your clothes. They've even learned to wear your shoes. You take them out of the jungle, and you want to make them into a man. Why couldn't they be left to be God? Why do you want to make them to a man? In the jungle, they were God. Africans are smart, aren't they? Over here, everybody thinks them old black people are just dumb old colored folks. But they're not dumb old colored folks. They're very smart. They're very aware. And their capacity for fear is 3 times what yours is.
What's up, everybody? It's Dondre Dotson. And for those who don't know who Charles Manson is, he's a famous killer back in the 60s, a famous murderer. If you want to know any more about Charles Manson, just go ahead and Google it. I'm not going to dive too much into who Charles Manson is, but for anybody who's into culture, is into serial killers, I mean, Charles Manson is somebody who's definitely famous in the serial killer community. But the topic of this video is people can't fathom how somebody turned out to be this way and then say something like this man just said in that video. Charles Manson was considered crazy, but he's a smart serial killer, right? But until he says something like that, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's dumb. Why is he dumb saying that? I'm pretty sure there's people that actually believe that this man is crazy for saying what he just said, because he's smart being a serial killer, but he's dumb for uplifting black people. Now, what in that clip, anything he said wasn't wrong. I'm going to say this. Us as black people, we have put into the worst conditions that humanity has to offer. But before that, we were at peace. We were peaceful people, unbothered, untamed. And for him to say that and actually be accurate, right? Because we all want to call him crazy, but he's one of the smartest serial killers in the world. But he's crazy until he said that. Trust me, I know that's how some people are thinking. You have to realize that the situation that everybody's under, the situation that everybody's in, is based off of our government ideology. Everybody comes from a certain region. Everybody comes from a different moral background. And if you watch my last video on interracial couples, I pretty much already explained everything, how I feel about every race of people. It's no problem with other races of people, but you have to realize everybody is supposed to run with their own. Everybody is a race for a reason. We were all one race, right? Then we will all look the same. We all have different foods, different cultures, everything. And I explained this in my last video. I'm not going to dive too much deep into it. But this is what I can say. As far as our government, as far as the court system, the judicial system, the foods, the certain schooling that we have as black people, we're not supposed to be in any of this. We're not supposed to be under this type of law enforcement, under this type of schooling, under this type of diet. We're a certain region of people, right, that we don't even have access to our own knowledge of self, like Africa, Jamaica, anything like that. And for me to hop on the camera and say this, I'm not dumb. I know what's going on. A lot of people like to have the blind eye to everything that's going on. I'm not. I see everything that happens. And I got to sit back and just think or just ask, what is wrong with black people? Why certain people don't, nobody likes us. You want to act like us. That's either you want to be us or you hate us. Like, I got to figure out what the issue is. I know we're different. We're different races of people. Our noses are different. Our lips are different. Our hair is different. So I don't understand. If you don't like somebody, why be around that person? If you don't like black people, why would you be around black people? I don't get that. Why would you have a problem with people and you're around them? That's my biggest confusion. And I believe that the conditions and the mindsets that black people are in, I'm going to be honest with you, it's due to what happened in the past. How many times are you going to brutally attack somebody, brutally antagonize somebody, bomb their cities, separate families, auction other family members off, start wars, everything? And then you expect us to be normal. Some of us actually got to struggle to figure it out. And we do figure it out. We go day by day. And every stereotype that I've seen of black people, I'm going to say 90% of the time is false. Oh, that all black people eat watermelon and fry, all that stereotypical, you know what I mean? Everything that the media puts out, everything that back in history with the postcards. It's like, why do you seem to bother a race of people so much to the point where it's like you can't get enough? This has been going on for hundreds of years. It's been going on for hundreds of years, and it's still going on. So back to what Charles Manson said, we're not dumb colored folks. We're not. We invent things that play a bigger part in today's world than any other race of people. But we don't even get the credit for that. We're not dumb colored folk. We're highly aware of what's going on. At least most of us. Some I really can't speak for because they're misguided. But I believe that there's going to be a point of time where everything, as far as people, as far as resources, as far as understanding the meaning of life, it will all go back to normal. Whether it's God, whether it's natural selection, whatever. Because you can't play this game with people's lives and races of people for generations and expect everything to just be okay. Black people are owed a lot. From slavery to the Jim Crow law to Emmett Till to the Tulsa, Oklahoma bombing. We can't catch a break. Black people cannot catch a break. And then if we go to war and we start turning up, then we're still seen as the bad guys. We're still seen as the bad guys. So it's going to take a God to come clear all this up. Or we're just going to have to take the risk of just going to war with people and trying to, get what we deserve. Then we'll be seen as the hooligans. Then we'll be seen as the uncivilized people. So we're in a standstill. It's like we're institutionalized, literally. Certain people can't get certain jobs because of their skin color or their hair. And it's illegal to hair discriminate. That's actually a law. You cannot hair discriminate. Because we're not the same people. Stop. We're all the same. That's a lie. That's a lie. We're genetically different. Our base is basically humanoid, but I'm a Negroid human being. I'm not the same as a white person. I'm not. You can cover it up with all these games that the media plays and all. No, we're not the same. We are not the same. We're cut from a different womb. We're not the same. So how I can't base my whole life off of trying to be white or trying to do what white men do. Because at a certain point in time, most of the black Americans that you've seen today, their ancestors were slaves. And here's the thing. This is how you know we're different. Back in slavery time, the slave masters used to give the slaves the scraps of meat, whether it's pig, chicken, or whatever. You know how creative black people are? You took the scraps of what the slave master gave to us, and we made the best out of it. We took chicken, anything, and we made the best out of it. And now everybody eats it. And do you know what that is? It's soul food. Now, you can't eat that every day. But what I'm saying is that you can put black people as a whole in a tough situation anywhere in the world and anytime. We're going to overcome it. I can't say the same about white people. I can't. You have to rely on another race of people, or you have to rely on a miracle to happen. We're not the same. You put all black people in a tough situation, we're going to find a way out of it. We're going to lose some soldiers on the way. We're going to lose soldiers on the way. But we're going to figure it out. Excuse me. So you got to look at history. We had to fight our way out of slavery, fight our way out of segregation, even though we should have just built our own anyway. I don't know why we had to force ourselves in white people's face for them to accept us. I wouldn't have done that, because if you don't want to be around me, I'm not going to bother you. So this is where we're at today, trying to figure everything out. But I know what has to be done. Our ancestors know what has to be done. I'm pretty sure I have ancestors right now that's rolling in their grave due to what's happened today and what's happened after them. Everything. We got to go back to what was natural from the beginning. I'm going to just say that's my opinion, even though, everybody is entitled to their own opinions. But you have to understand that this can't just be erased and forgotten and just covered up, because it's a lot of damage that was done. At me, I'm not going to let go. There has to be a point in time to where everything that is deserved to black people has to be returned back. It has to. We walked on this planet first, right? And we can't to leave here. So what's the solution in everything that's going on? The reparations. I keep hearing that. I don't even want the reparations at this point. But if the government decides to give us our reparations back, what are we going to do with it? Give it back to you. We're not even in the right state of mind to do for ourselves as a whole. I can do a lot for myself because I know I read. I got a stack of books over there about African history, investing, art of war. I'm very in tune with what's going on in the world. But a lot of black people aren't, because they're not back into their natural mind, their natural state of mind, I should say. So what Charles Manson was saying, he wasn't saying even though I have my own thoughts and opinions, I got to be fair. He wasn't saying, oh, black people are the chosen ones. He's saying black people had their own, and it was stripped from them. and it has to be given back. That's the message I got from Charles Manson. And this is Dondre Dotson signing off, and I'm heading out.